Hello and welcome to what I watched this month, March 2023. I started off by watching Hugo. This movie is very good when focused on George Mendelez, but I wasn't as interested in it when it focused on the main character, Hugo. The scene near the end where they go through the career of George Mendelez is really good, but the rest of the movie is generic. 7 out of 10. Then I watched the Conan the Barbarian remake. This movie was very bad, the acting was bad, the directing was bad. The villain was very generic. Overall, this is a very bad movie, and I would not recommend. 3 out of 10. Then I watched The Banshees and Inisherin. All the performances in this movie are incredible. Also, the score is very good and very mysterious. Out of the Best Picture nominations I watched this year, this one was my favorite. 8 out of 10. Then I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium. In my opinion, this is the worst movie in the MCU. It feels like a complete mess with lots of trouble behind the scenes, similar to something that happened with the suicide of Fred Forsyth. 4 out of 10. Then I watched Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I kind of wish this movie was worse, because it's more just okay. I didn't like the supernatural elements they added to the end. Overall, this is the worst Indiana Jones movie, and it's not even close. 5 out of 10. Then I watched Triangle of Sadness. The first two parts of this movie are very funny and incredibly entertaining, but the third part is just okay. If it's just the first two parts, this would be one of my favorite movies of last year. 7 out of 10. Then I watched Tick Tick Boom. In terms of musical numbers, half of them were really good and half of them were just okay. Andrew Garfield is very good in it. Overall, I would recommend. 7.5 out of 10. Then I watched Terminator Salvation. So far, this is the most boring Terminator movie, but it was better than I expected. And I also really didn't like the score. I don't think it fit the movie very well. 4 out of 10. Then I watched Sleepy Hollow. This is an okay movie by Tim Burton. I feel like a Burton Headless Horseman movie should be better though. 5 out of 10. Then I rewatched The Batman. If we're just talking about mood and atmosphere, this movie is amazing. The story is also very good, but it kind of meanders a lot towards the end. 9 out of 10. Then I watched Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. As a kids movie, this is very good and entertaining. It's able to handle a lot of different characters all at once. I don't think it's quite as good as a lot of people making it out to be, but it's still a good movie. 7 out of 10. Then I finished this month by watching Pathan. This is basically a mixture between Mission Impossible and RRR. And that sounds good, you'll probably like it. I don't think it has as compelling as a story as RRR, but still I liked it. 7 out of 10. And that's what I watched in March.